Hey folks, it's Super Cameraman here with you. Just recently, Dafook posted some footage from Season 25, and today I've gathered all the spoilers in one place to analyze and tell you about everything. As we know, there will be a lot of important scenes in Season 25, and there will be a record 7 additional scenes in total. To summarize, the first scene will be related to the interrogation of Cameraman, the second scene will be related to Cameraman, the third scene will be related to people, and the fourth scene will take place at some base. Most likely, it is a Cameraman base, as the scientists are from this race, and if so, then logically they should fix the Cameraman Titan, but not everything is so simple. In addition to this spoiler, we were shown one more frame, but already from the first scene, that is, from the moment of interrogation of Lucky Cameraman, and that's not all. So before we start this video, I'll ask you to like and subscribe to the channel, and we continue. Season 25 will be the most epic season yet, as Mr. Boom will finally reveal some details about the show for us. In addition to that, there will be many hints about the further continuation of the show, such as preparing for the battle of Cameraman and Speakerman of the Titans with TV Man Titan. And not only that, by the way, very soon I will share an epic theory about the Titans, and the more likes you put, the faster I will make this video. But now I'd like to try to find out with new spoilers how the plot or the order of scenes from the new season will be tweaked. First, I want to talk about the funniest spoilers, and the first one has to do with Skibidi the Masked Toilet. Immediately, it is worth noting his strange armament, consisting of automatic rifles that look out of barrels. He has explosive barrels mounted on his back, and he moves with the help of wheels, and if you look closely, you can notice a box on which hangs a doll. And apparently, this is one of the scenes for Season 25, and the location where this Skibidi toilet is located looks very similar to the one we saw in episode 77. But now it's time to talk about some more serious footage. In the first shot, we notice the detective's cameraman and cameraman meeting after the detective comes out of the interrogation room, which we saw in an excerpt from Season 25. Perhaps Cameraman will somehow try to prove Lucky Cameraman's innocence, as she doesn't want their fighters to fight with each other, or conversely, she will prove Lucky's guilt, as she was very fond of Plunger Man. After all, she can blame Lucky for Plunger Man's death and her failure to keep him safe. The second shot shows two cameraman scientists who are in a laboratory. Life support machines can be seen in the background, and one of the cameramen is adjusting something on a control panel. A red color can be seen at the top of the frame, which probably indicates the return of the Spikemen Armada. In the third frame, we see a screen where some sort of experiment is being designed. To the left is a camera emitting blue energy, which is likely being used as a projector to show important information to the agents. The fourth frame shows several agents: an enhanced cameraman, a scientist TV man, a detective cameraman, and one of the enhanced Spike Men. And in the background, you can spot a live human scientist. And I noticed some very odd things on this spoiler. First of all, the TW Man scientist has his TV working again, even though we saw him damage it in the full 77 episode. I have two versions of this. Either his TV has already been repaired, or it's a different TV scientist, since we were shown only one scientist of this race during the whole series. And most importantly, we saw a living human scientist. And most likely, he will somehow upgrade the remaining humans, or monitor their health for future human experiments. As for Speakerman's new upgrades, he has a negotiation device on his sides, and behind his back we can see some kind of melee weapon, and perhaps he will become an elite agent like Dark Speakerman once was. But what was it that made them all come together? Judging by the fact that agents of different races, including humans, are at the same location, it must be something big. And everything comes to the fact that we will be shown the long-awaited armada of Speakermen. In frame 5, we see the scientist and detective cameraman, and judging by their actions, they seem to be in conflict with each other, or they are discussing something secret between them. From interesting can be noted a new weapon detective cameraman, which he got for some reason, and it is not clear how it will act. Well, and on the final 6th frame, we were shown a window, from which the improved Big Speakerman, because judging by the shape of the speakers it is. Immediately, I note that his appearance is very intimidating, and not seeing him in full height, I already suspect how powerful he will be. That is, in Season 25, we should be shown at least a few improved Spikemen, and unfortunately, Titan Spikemen will appear a little later, as he was damaged the most, losing limbs and several columns, and therefore his improvement should be paid special attention to. I think his upgrade might look something like this. First off, he's the only Titan without an energy shield, so he'll definitely get that added. Also, he should be added as many speakers as possible so he can stun and reflect Astro Toilet projectiles like Skibidi DJ did in Part 1 and 2 of Episode 77. And on top of all that, he'll get a strong melee weapon, along the lines of Titan TV Cameraman's sword or Titan Cameraman's hammer. And I think he'll get an axe, because it's a unique and pretty powerful weapon. But do not hope that he will add a lot of armor, because then he will become heavy and clumsy, and the uniqueness of Titan Speakerman is that he is the most agile and fastest of the Titans. We broke down all the new footage for Season 25 and learned a few important things. We'll definitely be shown an armada of Spikemen and live humans, battles, and new types of Skibidi toilets. And with this information, we can more accurately predict what's in store for us in the following scenes. First, we'll be shown what happened to the base of the TV men. Where are the rest of the TV men? What is their plan? And what help can the other agents provide to the race of Twee men? We should also expect more scenes with Astro toilets. We will be told what happened after the Titan infected the TV man, where they will go, and what happens to him next. Perhaps the Astro toilets will make small improvements to him on the spot. And if you've ever wondered how on earth the Astro toilets get improved in almost every episode, I have an interesting take on that. Think back to Episode 75, when the Astro Carrier unleashed an army of Astro Interceptors, or the moment in the full 77 episode when he unleashed a device that was able to infect the Titan of Tweeman, so there's nothing stopping him from carrying around some Astro Toilet technology. Speaking of Titans, many of you immediately thought of the Cameraman Titan, who we have seen for a long time, and it would seem that he should appear soon. But I'm not sure that his appearance will be in Season 25, and we need to hope that we will at least hear some new information about him. For example, we might hear talk about the location of the Cameraman Titan and an armada of Spikemen with Skibidi toilets heading there. Also, we should expect a complete improvement on G-Man, who will probably collect his Titan suit before the end. Also, don't forget the phrase, 2 steps ahead, 2 steps forward. After all, while we haven't quite figured out exactly what his genius was yet, it's entirely possible that Defuk will reveal all of his secrets this season. Again, we'll be watching this episode as a whole movie, as it will be over 35 minutes long, and we're also waiting almost 6 months of real time for this season. Let's hope that Defuk Boom will meet the deadline and release it before the new year. After all, he has a team now. But don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in the next videos. Good luck. Bye-bye.